All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you. I'm with you for I don't know. I don't know. I'm not 100%. Okay. I'm not feeling 100%. That happens every once in a while. But I'm back. I'm back. I feel much better. I feel much better. And I've missed so much talking. I've missed so much. But y'all know how I got to do. Got to say hello to the people because I love y'all, people. I love y'all. Uh, Hold on. Let me see. Oh, and I'm not sure if the phones are going to work today. Oh, let me see. Let's go here. Close that. I don't even know why that was open. Hold on. All right. I'm not sure if the phones are going to work today. I don't know if I set everything up right because I had to tear like everything down. The computer, everything was upstairs because I couldn't come down here and work. So I had to set everything up upstairs, computer wise. So when I came home today from work, I got in at about 2:30. And so for the past 30 minutes, I've been bringing everything that was upstairs, downstairs, and reconnecting everything. So if something ain't working properly, cut me a little bit of slack. Cut me a little bit of slack. But all right, let's get right into it. First out the gate, Robert Willis. What's up, Robert? Uh, Thank you for checking in with me. We got Sierra in the house. She says she first on Facebook. All right. Well, good afternoon. Thank you for checking me out. We got my Osha. Some subtle hate. I'm going to just leave that at that. All right. Good afternoon, my Osha. Sierra says Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, too. She's checking us out from Boston. Deborah says, hello, everyone. Welcome back. Well, thank you, Deborah, for coming back. I appreciate y'all. Tria in the house. Afternoon, everyone, and welcome back, King. Thank you, my loyal subjects. And good afternoon, by the way. Let's see. We got McConnell in the house. Say good afternoon, everybody. You about to hit the gym. All right. Dwayne, good afternoon, Dwayne. Thank you for checking us out. If I didn't say thank you, McConnell, I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see. We got Sabrina. Good afternoon from Kentucky. Good afternoon, Brainy. Got Melinda in the house. Good afternoon, and blessings to you as well. I'm skipping Mayosa's messages. She be putting a lot of hate in there. And, we not doing hate yet. Regina, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Regina. Thank you for coming and checking me out. We got David in the house. He says, good afternoon. Welcome back and go blue. Those damn cheaters. I don't know that they cheated last night, but who knows? They might have stole their signs too. They cheaters. I don't like cheaters. Otherwise, I would have been maybe rooting for them. Probably not. I like the brother as quarterback. I still like that. But congratulations, Michigan. If y'all cheated, y'all did a good job cheating. If y'all didn't, stop playing. They figured out some way to cheat. Janice, good afternoon. Some more thinly veiled hate. Hi, wow, you're here. I recognize sarcasm. That might not even really sarcasm. That's just blatant hate. Thank you, Janice, for checking us out. We got Brenda. Says, welcome back and hello from Fairfield. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate you. Jerica says, you feeling better. You look lousy, though. I don't feel great. Y'all can hear the voice a little bit. I don't know why my voice, well, maybe it's this cough. Clearly that's what it is. But other people have coughs and they don't lose their voices. Why do I always lose my voice when I get a cold? Why? I don't understand. I'm going to the doctor one day this week. And this more, your superhuman immune system finally kicked in. Do you not know that if a regular human had what I had, they would have been dead within 12 hours? Do you not know that? See, just because you don't know the whole struggle. Don't judge what you don't know. Any regular human, if they had what I had, they'd have been dead within 12 hours. But me, nah, my body fighting it. And y'all judging my immune system. Don't hate. Yo, Underwood says, good afternoon, my soul brother. I missed you. Yo, Underwood been throwing hate out there. For a minute. My cousin, Keisha, who's a lawyer / judge / genius, she says postnasal drip is the cause. Well, if you say that's the cause, I'll take your word for it. I'm going to the doctor, and we're going to get me something so that my voice is back. But good afternoon, Keisha. Good afternoon. Ron in the house. Ron says hello. Oh, no, I didn't click it. There we go. Ron says hello. Hello, Ron. Hello. You're not alone. I lost my voice too, and you have not gone to the doctor yet. I got to give the immune system a chance to do what it's going to do before they start trying to pump me with all of this medicine. Mary, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mary. She says sinuses. It was everything. You ever had everything all at once? I saw somebody else say, what did you have? Everything. Name a sickness. I had it. Name another one. That's what it was. I had everything. But my royal immune system fought it. A normal man would have been dead within 12 hours. Andrea, good afternoon. Thank you for coming. Naisha, it's my niece. Good afternoon. So what we talking about today? Old stuff. But it might be fun. Logic Slayer in the house. Good afternoon. Good to see you again. Hope you're feeling better now. I feel a little better. I was able to get out and go to work. You can't beat that. Candy D in the house. Good afternoon, Candy D. I appreciate you coming in and checking us out. Sierra says Flurona. That too. Yeah. Brent says you had Ebola and bubonic plague. And they don't understand, Brent. Oh, you was asking. Yes, I had everything. But that royal immune system, you know. Cat Williams, we're definitely getting into Cat Williams. We're definitely going to be talking about Cat Williams. Apparently ain't nobody getting in Cat Williams. And I can appreciate that. David in the house. Good afternoon. He's checking in from the universe. And Daryl, what's up, Daryl? Good to see you. All right, let's get a little bit into it. I missed it all in terms of being able to come on and talk. But of course, because it's going to be short. But we're going to talk a little bit about Cat Williams. It's been talked about to death, but I haven't really talked about it. And it's going to be short because I think, just about everybody, every reasonable person, there's a few takeaways from the Cat Williams interview with Shannon Sharp. For me, takeaway number one was, Shannon, rename that damn podcast. Club Shay Shay sound gay as hell. Like I put on Facebook, Club Shay Shay sounds like the place where P. Diddy would go to replace T.D. Jakes as his power bottom. Where we going? We need a new power bottom. Where do you find a power bottom? I heard they got some at Club Shay Shay. Why? Why is that the name of your podcast? Do that mean he gay? No, it don't mean he gay, but it sure sounds like a gay club. It sounds like a gay club. That's why I ain't never really been able to watch it. I've seen it, and I've seen, a lot of celebrities that he have on there, and I'll be like, I just can't bring myself to watch Club Shay Shay. But Cat Williams was on. I hadn't seen, I saw a clip. I saw a small clip of something Cat Williams said. I don't even remember what it was. And something said, oh, you got to watch this. You got to watch this. So I turned it on. I wasn't feeling good at the time. So I had 2.5 hours to just sit and watch it. I watched it from start to finish. And then I watched little pieces of it just to crystallize the thoughts that were shared in my mind. And I was like, I've always, first, some disclaimers. Disclaimer number one, I've never liked Steve Harvey. Never liked Steve Harvey. Disclaimer number two, I don't like Kevin Hart. I don't think Steve Harvey has ever been funny. I think I heard him tell one joke that I kind of chuckled at. That's about it. I don't like Kevin Hart. I don't think he's funny. I think he used to be funny. But I don't think he all that funny. I don't think he's all that funny. I don't know either of those brothers personally. I met Ricky Smiley, and Ricky Smiley was one of the meanest celebrities I've ever met in my life. I'll tell y'all the Ricky Smiley story. I think I've told it before, or at least portions of it. But Ricky Smiley was one of the meanest celebrities I've ever seen or met in my life. So I did not like the guy. And to be completely honest, and I'm being completely honest, he almost caught an elbow to the jaw. But I will. I'll tell the story. But give me a minute. I like Cedric the Entertainer. I actually think Cedric the Entertainer is funny. I like Cedric. I'm doing all of this so when I say the stuff that I'm going to say, some of it, you have some context. Like, oh, he don't like him anyway. Or, why is he saying that about him when he said he liked him? Because I'm just going to be honest. I always thought Cedric was fun. Cedric ain't, had my stomach hurt funny. But I've always thought he was funny. That's all I can really think of right now that he kind of talked about. And Cat Williams, I never really thought he was all that funny, again, in terms of a on my stomach laughing kind of way. His comedy to me always seemed to be more, you have to put more thought into it to get the point that he's trying to make, like a lot of the stuff that Dave Chappelle was doing at one moment. By the way, I saw that last Dave Chappelle special, and it wasn't funny. I might have chuckled once in this last Dave Chappelle special. But I tell you, I think the same problem with Dave Chappelle is what happened to Kevin Hart. But I get into all of that. I'm no comedian. Even though I think one of these days I am going to go do a set. I'm gonna go do, how they had an open mic nights and all that kind of stuff. At some point, I think I'm gonna write 5 minutes and I'm gonna go do a 5 minute set just to see how hard it is and all that kind of stuff. But so those are my disclaimers. Excuse me. Those are my disclaimers. Now, I'm watching, and all I could really say, I identified with Cat Williams to a certain degree as I was watching this interview. I felt like what we got were his genuine reactions to people and situations. And, people keep saying, I'm one of them, where it's hard because it's so much to say and I want to keep it quick. I don't believe Cat Williams was lying. I think Cat Williams might have exaggerated some stuff. But I don't think Cat Williams was lying about anything. Mary says his truth. Some stuff I think was his truth. Some stuff was the truth. I can't tell you on some of the stuff that he said, whether it was the truth or not. But some stuff, people, well, he told his truth. Hold on. When you basically saying that somebody, got time out on the Cat Williams stuff. Let me say this. I told y'all at the end of 2023, and I don't know if anybody remember me saying this, that next year, which would be 2024, I was just going to be honest and say it. Whatever it is, I was just going to be honest and say it. And sometimes that include calling names, because that's what I plan on doing in 2024. And it actually seemed like maybe Cat Williams was listening to my show, because Cat Williams did what I said and what I intended on doing and what I intend on doing all year. Just telling the truth as I see it, or the facts as they are. And, y'all know I don't cuss. Y'all know I don't cuss. I think everybody know that. I don't cuss. And I'm going to tell you, I might cuss a little bit this year. Not that you always have to cuss. But sometimes it's like you don't have to put an exclamation point at the end of that sentence. But to really hammer it home, that exclamation point let people know he meant that. To me, that's what cussing is. It's just the exclamation point. So I might cuss a little bit this year. But I told y'all that this was what this year is supposed to be. This is supposed to be the year of telling the truth. No matter who like it or who don't. No matter who feelings it hurt or, what people get shaken by it. This is supposed to be the year of telling the truth. That was how I felt. And so that was what I felt like Cat Williams was doing. Cat Williams been sitting back. Cat Williams been hearing all of these people say all of this stuff about him. And I feel like Cat just decided, all right, it's time for me to go up in this gay club and tell the truth about all of this stuff. Settle some old beefs and scores and had this conversation. Because I'm telling you, when you deal with people, especially people who are held in high regard by a lot of people, those people a lot of times, not always, but those people a lot of times feel like they can do and say anything. And they know they're going to always have the support of that big crowd of people over there, right? Right? And when you tell the truth, Not my truth, but the truth that you know ain't gonna be popular. People gonna be against you. It's a certain segment of people that's gonna be against you. Look, y'all don't understand this, but, or some of y'all don't understand this, but if you ever tried to tell an unpopular truth about a really popular person, number one, it sounds like hate. I mean, that's just the truth. It does. It sounds like hate. Everybody loves this guy. Everybody loves this woman. And you're saying this. You the only one saying this. You the only one saying that. Other people say it. They just don't say it in public. Because people will hate on them if they say it in public. They become the enemy of the people who love the people that they telling the truth about. Now, y'all all know, I got a little bit of experience with this. It's 2024. Told y'all you tell the truth, and sometimes you got to put a name on it. Lincoln Ware is a very popular guy in Cincinnati. He's very popular. Believe it or not, I like Lincoln Ware. But Lincoln Ware ain't perfect. And when I come out, or have come out in the past, and said things that are 100% true, but not necessarily paint him in the best light, people hate. Why you hate? You jealous. You just jealous. You jealous. That's what it is. You jealous. You wish you could be Lincoln. You jealous. You wish you could be on the air as long as Lincoln. You jealous. That's what they say. That's what they say. But there's no jealousy. It's the truth. Somebody asks you a question and you tell an unpopular truth about their favorite person, you hate. What if you can prove it's true? What if you can prove it's true? Well, you didn't have to say it. Everybody don't need to know. You ain't got to tell everybody. That's how, you know what I'm saying? Everything is the... Hold on. At first I was hating. Now that I can prove it's true, I ain't had to say it. What about the fact that you asked me about it? You know what I'm saying? It's tough, like, and I think that's what Cat Williams was talking about. Like all of these very popular people, your Kevin Hart's and your Steve Harvey's and all of that kind of stuff. And they can say whatever they want to say. Y'all know I ain't lying. Lincoln Ware can go on the radio and say whatever he want to say about me. And what happened? Lincoln Tory, Emanuel. Sometimes it do be funny. I can't hate. Funny is funny. Funny is funny. But don't nobody ever call Lincoln. Why you hating? You jealous. You jealous. No. Because he's the popular dude. I'm the not so popular dude. I never understood why people do that. The truth is the truth. Whether you like the person or not. The truth is the truth. Now, if y'all waiting for me to say bad stuff about Lincoln, I have no intention of saying nothing bad about Lincoln. I have no intention of saying nothing bad about Lincoln. I really do. I like Lincoln. I think Lincoln's a funny guy. I'll say good stuff about Lincoln. No intention of saying anything negative. But I can use it because I have said truths. And, you know, I had people, y'all know how people do. Yeah, I'm 5'5". And, you know what I'm saying, I don't try to present myself as some super duper badass dude, you know, out here kicking ass in the street and all of that kind of stuff. I'm just some guy. I try to be a little humble. It ain't my fault that I'm a king. It's not humble to say that you are what you are. But, you know, I try to be humble, all of that good stuff. So I think people take my niceness or my understatedness as weakness. So it's where, because a lot of people don't experience this. Whereas, you know, Lincoln say something about me, right? People laugh. I say something about Lincoln. The people who like Lincoln start threatening to catch me in the street and kick my ass or, kill me or, something like that. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know it happens. Y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all know it happens. I think it's a product of, me being a little understated and me being nice. And of course, me being short. So they think he ain't got no hands. Ain't nothing he can do. You know what I'm saying? I can threaten him and he just gonna back down and cower and all that kind of stuff. They don't know me because I ain't never been that guy. So I'm not bullyable. But that's what happens. Because you said something that they didn't like about the popular dude. Right? So that's what I got from Cat Williams. Cat Williams has some stuff on his chest. He done heard people say stuff. And so he go, like I said, he go to the gay club and he speaks his truth. A little bit about this his truth stuff is, look, it's 2024, but you don't have to go all the way there in 2024. Meaning just language. There's really only one truth about some things. Either it's true or it's not. Did somebody fuck you up the ass? Either they did or they didn't. That's his truth is that no. Either it happened or it didn't. You don't get my truth and his truth and all that kind of stuff. Either it happened or it didn't. Either Kevin Hart sucked some penis or he didn't. Y'all know that's what he was kind of alluding to. That's when he start talking about he got a virgin butthole. These people, according to some, that's what you got to do to get in. You have to do some perverted stuff to get in. And what Cat Williams is suggesting is that some of these people have done some perverted stuff to get in. Well, he told his truth. Now, either it happened or it didn't. So either he told the truth or he told a lie. And the funny part to me is, ain't none of these people came out and said he lying. I'm going to keep using me and Lincoln Ware. If Lincoln Ware come out and say, the way Emanuel got his job here is that the owner of the station made him suck his penis, you think I'm going to come out like, look, I wish the best for Lincoln Ware. I got nothing negative to say about Lincoln Ware. Lincoln need to get that anger out of his heart, and he need to work hard, and he need to this, and he need to that. Damn that. I'm going to be like Lincoln telling a damn lie. I ain't sucked nobody penis. What y'all talking about? Well, Lincoln was telling his truth. Damn that. That's a lie. It ain't no his truth when it come to that. It's either true or it's a lie. Ain't no two ways about it. Ain't no not. And believe me, I don't even care what people think. I ain't got time to be responding to everything everybody say. See, that's something I'm not even going to address that. By saying you're not going to address it, you're addressing it. And while you're addressing it, you might as well go ahead and say, I ain't sucked no penis. Oh, you telling me about your new movie? What did you suck a penis? You know what I'm saying? What did he lie about? If the man lied on you, he came out and said, you lied. Y'all all saw the interview with Kevin Hart talking about Cat Williams didn't show up for work and he chose drugs over a career. What did Cat Williams say in that interview? You show me anybody who sold me drugs, said that I did drugs with me, show me any of that, any of that. Anybody who said I didn't show up for work, show me that. That's a lie. He didn't say, I wish Kevin well. He said, that's a lie. It's not true. Well, Kevin was telling his truth. It ain't no his truth. Either the man is doing drugs or the man ain't doing drugs. Kevin don't get a truth about that. But what I'm noticing, I'm not just talking about this for no reason. I'm going to bring it home in a minute. What I'm noticing is people go too far either way. People go too far either way. That's why I say, look, I don't know if Cat Williams lied or not. Some of that stuff, I can't necessarily say that I believe 100%. But a lot of that stuff is the very unimportant stuff. I don't know how fast that man run. I don't know how many books he read when he was 3. You know what I'm saying? People calculating up and all that kind of stuff. If you got to look and calculate up how many books a day a nigga got to read to equal up to, come on. Ain't nobody really on all of that. He would have to read 8.2 books a day. So what? He exaggerated, possibly exaggerated the number of books that he read as a 3-year-old. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got. That's what you got. But I tell you, I've seen a whole lot of different posts. Cat Williams is a liar. He's a liar. He this, he that. Okay, Cat Williams is a liar. What did he lie about? One of two things happened. Either number one, they go to talking about the nonsense. Oh yeah, he runs a 4 whatever. Oh yeah, he runs this. Oh yeah, he read 3,000 books a year. Oh yeah, he this. A lot of stuff that you kind of can't really prove. Yeah, right. He got accepted to the Marines. He faked his age, and then they kicked him out. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. But that ain't the shit that nobody is kind of debating. That's not the stuff that people are debating. So you get that or silence. Silence. I appreciate Cat Williams for telling things as he see it. Oh, wait a minute. I got a call coming in. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work, y'all. Let's see. I don't know. Caller? Hold on a second. I can't hear you. Yes. Speaker. Go ahead. Caller? Hold on. What about that? Caller? Can y'all hear the caller? I don't hear the caller. Hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure I got this right. Got that there. Got that there. Got that there. Caller? Caller? All right. The calls ain't working. Sorry. Calls ain't working. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Boom. Hold on. Settings. Maybe if somebody else call, I'll try it. But again, I had to put all of this stuff together at the last minute. Hold on. Hold on. No, no, no. Oh, come on. No, that is not my default. Why are you saying that? Um, we're gonna try this. Caller? Okay, I can hear you, but they can't hear you, and I can't do it this way. Hey, and I appreciate it. I I got some stuff set up, not necessarily great. Hold on, I'm gonna do one more thing. Yeah, hold on just a minute. Let me do one other thing here. See if I. Why is this not showing up? I got something here that is not showing up. Okay, y'all, I got to get up for a second and run back here. All right, hold on. Should be it, and that should be there. That is my audio in. It is in 5 and 6. And you are you are a hater.
I'm not a hater, E-Man. This is David Herring.
All
I'm
right.
not a hater. No, I rebuke that. I rebuke it.
All right, I think I got it now. Thank you.
You need some cum CT for that call.
Hey, I appreciate your call.
I appreciate you too, brother.
All right.
Carry on. Bye.
Oh. I'm not going bald, Samuel. That's just my hairline. There's no thinning. It's just, it is what it is. But all right. So the phones are should be back. The phones should be back. And then we go here. All right. Caller.
Emanuel?
Yes, Mimi. My OSHA.
You ever use of my government name?
It's the name you use on Facebook.
Anyway, the reason why I called, you know how I was telling somebody the other day, you know how I be going off in the chat debating your lies that you tell on me. And that's just, basic dumb stuff. You try to tell me you wouldn't be coming out with your full chest defending your name if somebody said that you were sucking some man's D. Why are all these dudes so quiet about it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I was telling somebody that exact same thing the other day. If somebody is lying on me about something like that, I am really going to be out there saying stuff. I get mad at you when you be saying my daddy had 7 lawnmowers.
He had what, 4?
Frivolous, you know?
How many did he have?
That is neither here nor there.
Ah,
The
ah,
point
ah.
is,
Yeah.
the point is, if somebody says something like that, come on now. You really got to defend your name. If it's a lie.
And it is not lost on most people that of all of the people who have come out and said whatever they've said, nobody, at least to I haven't seen where anybody's like, he lying.
And Ludacris with the rap, I was just like, oh, come on, dog. Either say, yes, he's telling the truth, or no, he's not. You know, I mean, I know, speaking for me, I would have to say something.
Yeah. Yeah. But but you got the people like, look, if you really like Steve Harvey, it ain't even really about the personalities. Here's what I've kind of figured out. Some people really like mainstream shit and mainstream people. If they are mainstream, they like them. You know, Oprah, love her. Steve Harvey, love him. Kevin Hart, love him. You know what I'm saying? Musically, if it's mainstream, you know, they love it. You can't say nothing bad about it. And then you got some people who really like underground shit and they can't stand the mainstream shit. You got those two extremes, and then you got those of us in the middle. But people who go like super duper hard for a mainstream person, I think something wrong with them. I haven't quite put my finger on exactly what it is, but it's something wrong with them.
All I know is I would definitely say something. I would have to say that messes a lot. Do you remember? You may not remember, but a long time ago when I used to call Lincoln's show, I had mentioned this first date I went on, and the guy had asked me, had I ever been with a woman before? And I said no. And I asked him, had he ever been with a man before? And he went off. No, how dare you ask me that? I've never been with no man before.
That's some offensive shit.
That was the first and last date we had.
That's
because
reasonable.
He was just too adamant about it to make me believe him, you know? So, yeah, I was just like, no.
Wait, hold on. Wait, whoa. What do you mean he was too adamant about it to make you believe it?
You know, I mean, the way I answered. He asked me, had I been with a woman? I said, no. Have you been with a man? Oh, hell no. I can't believe you asked me that. I mean, just totally going off. Now, all he had to do was say, no, I haven't, and I would have dropped it.
No.
But the fact that he was just way too aggressive with that answer, I was like, yeah, no, I can't deal with that anymore.
You are taking that wrong. Because...
And that's exactly what you said at the time.
Yes, there's a difference, you know, between two women being together and two men being together. There is a difference. And so
no, it isn't. There is no difference.
I understand the idea of the fuck you gonna ask me some bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that as a response.
No, and even if he just said that, I would have been like, because you asked me. And that would have been the end of it. But he kept going off for like 15, 20 minutes. I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't even deal with that. You know, a simple no, or I can't believe you asked me that. No. And then I would have dropped it. But he kept going on.
I think
now, if somebody is that, you know, out there in their response to me, that says, yeah, you're lying.
No, that one you got wrong. But here, let me tell you this, even though, you know, I know you're a married woman now. But if you ladies ask a man if he's ever been with a man and his response is just a really calm, simple, no. He fucking dudes. I'm telling you. Ain't dudes. What? Hell no, I ain't never been with no man. Just the thought of that, you know what I'm saying? It does something to a dude that don't do it to dudes. So yeah, if he just real calm, like, nah, he have, or at the very least,
Totally disagree.
he would.
Totally
Now,
disagree.
at the very least, he would. He would. He would consider it.
Furthermore, it was a first date. That's not no first date question. Why would you ask that on a first date?
Well, I mean, that's simple. Like, all the brothers know why he would ask that question. He was thinking threesome. He was thinking threesome.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He was. I even paid for my own meal. I told him I don't even want you to feel obligated to pay for me. So, yeah, that was a one and done.
All right. But yeah. To your point, some of these people should definitely be coming out saying what Kevin Hart said is not true, and I've not sold my soul to Hollywood. I've not done any freaky stuff to get my success and all of that kind of stuff. But they haven't. Did you see the clip with Kevin Hart and I'm not allowed to call big girls big no more. The white girl who won, I think she won American Idol, Kelly Clarkson.
No, I haven't seen it.
There's a clip, and I don't know the entire context of whatever the conversation was, but she's like, have you ever been talking to Kevin Hart? She's interviewing him, and she's like, have you ever been in a position where people want you to do something that you're just totally against doing? And Kevin Hart shushes her like, shh. And she's like, what? He's like, shh. Don't talk about that.
Wow, no, I didn't see that.
Yes, that is a clip.
But that's very telling.
It is a clip. It is 100% out there. I'll see if I can. See, I can't do everything that I normally do, again, because I don't have all of my equipment down here. But I'm going to see if I can pull that clip up and show it.
Yeah, pull that up. And I can't believe Twin is talking back about me, my Chicago brother.
Were you in an organization too?
Was I in an organization?
We
No.
call it a gang,
No.
but he just says it's an organization.
No, but I know people who were.
Oh.
My brother's well, I won't get into that. But yes, I know people who were.
Okay. They tell me they run up in you.
I don't know what that means.
It's just what I was told. All right. Hey, I
I hope
appreciate.
you feel better.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your call.
Bye.
All right. But yeah, I would love for some of these people to come and say he's wrong. But let me say this. With regard to Cat Williams, I thought the interview was very entertaining. He's a funny dude. And I will, at least for the next 6 months, be calling people fat Faison liars. Just out of nowhere. That's a fat Faison lie. I will be calling people fat Faison liars for at least 6 months. And I would love for that to actually catch on and be a real thing. It was just so entertaining. The interview was just so entertaining. But yeah, and by the way, I know I have certain biases. Oh, hold on, let me take that off. She's not on here anymore. I know I have certain biases. So, I was like anti Ricky Smiley. So I was like, yeah, Ricky Smiley said, and I had gone back and watched the interview on Club Shay Shay. Oh, you got to change that name. But I went back and watched the interview, and even I recalled Ricky Smiley saying that he got the role of Santa Claus, which, another disclaimer, I've only seen one of the Fridays, and I only saw it a couple years ago. It wasn't funny at all to me. It wasn't funny at all to me. But again, I only saw it a couple years ago. I ain't seen none of the other Fridays. Friday after next, the Friday 2 weeks ago, or none of them. So the whole thing about who played what role and who was the best in this role, I couldn't tell you because I didn't see them. But Ricky Smiley didn't say some of the stuff that was alluded to. At least not in that way on that interview. Okay? Not on that interview, he didn't. But again, because I don't like Ricky Smiley, I was so ready to believe that this brother was out there just blatantly lying. But he might not have been blatantly lying. He might have just been kind of covertly lying. But let me go to the phone. Twin.
What's up, E-Man?
How you doing? You got me on that speaker?
Happy New Year's to you, man.
What did you say?
I said Happy New Year's to you.
How many New Years are you wishing me at one time?
Man, come on, man, with all that sarcastic, crazy, good.
I'm just
stuff you
asking.
be on.
I want to be
I ain't
able to
touched
thank
this
you
year, man.
the appropriate amount of time. You said New Year's, which means at least 2.
Man, I ain't taught you this year, man. So come on, man.
Okay,
Don't
well,
say goofy stuff, man.
Happy New Year.
You should have been a professor or something at Cincinnati State.
Because I know that it's only 1 year.
Man, quit being. Don't be extra this year. I can't wait till they expose you too. Somebody go get some dirt on you about something. Climbing the wall, stealing copper or something. Radio antenna.
What?
I hope they expose you too. Because whatever in the dark is coming to the light. 24, it's a the Me Too movement, man.
Yeah, I'm with it.
They coming out and Cat Williams. I can't knock him, man. They stole his material, and he just exposed them. And then people get mad. Like Shannon Sharp said, people get mad and stuff. Y'all want to say no when he had Steve Harvey rest on, so he put Cat on, and then that's when they said something. Internet go crazy. It is what it is, man. They getting exposed out here. So it is what it is. How your New Year's been already, man?
Well, this one has not been great. I brought in this new year sick, man. I felt terrible.
What you got? What's wrong with you, man?
I had everything.
That COVID stuff?
Everything.
Or that respiratory?
Everything.
When you say everything, man, you got to be more specific or whatever. You can't just say everything because you might have the book bag or something.
I had everything.
You're nasty, man. What's everything, man?
Everything.
Man, I don't know what everything was.
Think of something. I had it.
I can't think, man. I don't get paid to think.
Well,
I just want to know. You know how you break down, try to get into people's mind, what is this? Explain it to me. And all that extra stuff you be on, so I'm in your shoes now.
All right.
What you have, man?
All right. You ever heard of COVID?
Yeah, man. Just say you had COVID.
Hold on.
Wait, trying to play Jeffrey and all that.
Can I get it out? You said name it. I'm trying to name it. So you ever heard of COVID?
Come on, man.
I had COVID. You ever heard of the flu?
Oh, you was messed up.
I had the flu.
And all that? Pneumonia too?
You ever heard of pneumonia? I had it.
No, for real. All jokes aside, did you, man? You playing?
I had everything.
Hey, dog, I'm surprised you still in the land of the living.
Thank you. Tell Janice that.
It's a blessing, man. That's your whole, when they say activity use of your limb, that's it right there.
Everything.
Good God Almighty, man. It's a blessing, man. All jokes to the side, though.
I told him a normal man would have died within 12 hours.
Exactly all the stuff you just named. Dang, man.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
So it was. So the beginning of this year was not a good year, or at least a good year in terms of how I felt. But I've been entertained all year.
I mean, yeah, I see you in there. You say you don't think you coming on and all that, and I'm like, man, what you on vacation or something? I know you don't get no PTO, none of that. Unless you work for somebody
No,
else.
I was on PTO last year. I had to get my PTO in.
How you gonna get your PTO in, Tommy? You ain't got no job.
Don't turn into a hater.
I'm not a hater, man. I
Oh,
congratulate
hold on.
people.
Hold on. I have to congratulate you. My understanding is you are the friend of the year, or at least friend of the year for 2023. Congratulations.
Call of the year, not no friend. Get it straight.
It's
man.
called, it's friend of the year.
Call of the
It
year.
wasn't no vote. It wasn't none of that kind of
It
stuff.
wasn't no. I'm the call of the year, man. Just
He
get
just
it straight.
named
heard
you.
the man.
He just named you. You were
Recognized game,
it's
man.
like
you know what he said.
it's like
Call of the year when you look it
what
up.
was
You
the
a
other
hater.
thing that he was doing weekly? What was that? The celebrity of the week or whatever it was?
Friend of the week or something.
Yeah, it was just that. It's same thing. He just named you that for the year.
So you jealous now?
Oh, now I'm
See,
jealous.
if you
I
take-
congratulated
so
you.
COVID. You took the shot.
No,
Oh, you ain't take the shot.
no.
Oh, I thought you probably took the shot after you found out you had COVID and whatever new disease you say. you had.
Everything.
Hey, that's messed up, man. I feel bad for you, man. If ain't nobody ever told you, I feel bad for you,
I
man.
appreciate that.
You better, though?
I'm better.
That's a blessing. What you drink, some Crown or something to calm the rest of the disease you got floating in your body?
Now, bro, I drank a lot of water, some Gatorade, some sweet tea, some lemonade.
You probably got cloned. No, I was thinking about Jamie Foxx, man. He came out and spoke about and everything. And then when he was about to say clone and all, he flipped it around. He was going in too deep. Man, what you doing in Chicago? And I know you had one of them little science sanctuary undercover. He told me he saw dark stuff and there. You seen the interview? Well, not interview, where I guess he was giving an award for something.
I've not seen an interview with Jamie Foxx. No.
Yeah, he was talking about that when he was in Chicago and his hiding, whatever he was doing when he was in MIA for a long time. He didn't want to know what was wrong. I think he got a hold to some bad fentanyl or something. Or they was cloning him or something like that, man. Almost took him out. He said he saw dark places, go that way, go this way. Some devil jumped into you, dude.
Well,
All right, man, I ain't gonna hold you up, man. It's cold out here.
all right.
Yeah,
How that son doing?
Oh, the homie, little Peeps. I call him Peeps, man, 'cause every time I look over, he got like one eye open and stuff and smile. But he a blessing though, man. It just,
Good.
I was telling Lincoln earlier at 2:00 in the morning, that's got to stop, man. On that baba and all that. Then he take a little taste of it, then he fall right back to sleep. I said, man, I did all this. So I told my baby mama, hey, yeah, I'll pay you or whatever and stuff since you ain't working. Extra dollars because you got to take over. Even though it's my duty, so I told her I'd give her a break. But,
She not breastfeeding?
I guess he don't like her ugly titties or something. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, he did it. She did it for a minute. She's like, it hurt. And then he tried it. I guess he like, oh, it's nasty. I guess he like it.
Oh, bro, you got to tell her to warm it up and, breastfeed, pump some milk out. You know what I'm saying? Put it in bottles.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not over there and everything. I mean, I've seen her do it a couple of times, but
that's your baby. That's your baby.
I know. I ask all the time, though, but...
No ask. Ain't no ask. Tell.
She ain't got to demand how to do it. She don't want to do it. She don't want to do it. That stuff hurts, she said.
Bro,
pumping that milk.
That she can pump it. Pump it,
Man,
hottie.
I don't
Pump
care
it.
if you do pump it, man. That stuff hurt, man. You put that thing up your titty, D, your chest, see how it feels.
What you mean? Don't nothing actually go up in there.
That little thing, that suction cup thing.
Yeah, it go
thing is.
on the titty. It don't go in the titty.
I know that, but she said it hurt.
That's part of
Yeah,
being
he
a
put-
mama.
Then he put his lips on there. It definitely hurt.
Come on, twin.
So I tried it. I said, let me see something. And I tried her leg. She found that hurt. I just want to see.
Twin.
Taste. What, man?
Twin. You a man, right?
Yeah, what about it?
You a
Now you sound
full-grown
like-
man.
Now you sound like that lady. The one that was just on. Who was that? Maisha?
I'm asking you, a full grown man, right?
Okay, man, get to the point, man.
You don't ask her if she wanna breastfeed your baby. You tell her that's the best nutrition for my son.
And you act like you don't understand the words coming to my mouth. I can tell her in action, do everything. You think she might listen, she might not. It's up to her. I can't say, oh, you go pull out that teeth and let him suck. I can't say all that, man.
You could. If you man up, you can do it.
Ain't about man up, man.
Yes.
If it ain't about man up, it's her choice. I mean,
one of these newfangled dudes. Now you're one of these newfangled dudes. Oh, it's your body. It's your choice. And no. That's what God made you for. That's why he gave you them titties and put milk up in them for my son.
I understand that, man. But it's up to her if she want to do it. I just can't force her to do it, man. Come on, man. You sounding extra, man.
All right.
Don't do that, man. You sounding extra.
I'm telling you, bro.
Comedian says radio host or whatever. You on podcast.
I'm just trying.
Speaking
to help
girl, man. Huh?
So I was just trying to help you.
Now, don't help me that way, man, because it's up to her to do it, not me.
All right.
I ask her, tell her and all that.
She got your manhood.
Huh?
She stole your manhood.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of that, old girl, Maisha, whatever. Man, old dude probably, when he asked you that, he probably wanted a threesome. The way you was describing it and everything. Because it seemed like you wanted a thing, but if you would have came back at me and said some goofy stuff like that, I probably would have checked you. Do you like me? Hell no, like up there. What the hell, I'm going to show you what I was like. Oh, they ain't like that, man. It was crazy. The way she said it, though. She just should have gave him a chance, like, do you like, let him finish the sentence or whatever. But she reversed it real quick. But that's how some girls are beat these days, man. Gotta be on them, beat them to the punch before they beat you.
Well, look, Twin, I agree with you. That question is like the first of like 3 questions that lead to a threesome.
Well,
you ever been with a woman? Well, yeah. Or you ever thought about it? Well, I thought about it. Ain't something I want to do. You horny? You know what I'm saying? Next thing I got a friend, next thing you know, everybody happy in a threesome. That's
the way she was sounding. It seemed like when he first asked her, he really wanted to say, hey, let's have a threesome type. The way she was describing it and everything.
Yeah,
but she hurried up and caught him and everything.
That's
all
what
right,
it
man.
like.
It's time for me to go to work, man.
All right, go to work, Twin.
I'll let you, man.
All right. All right, that was Twin. He gonna go to work. Ricky Smiley. Let me get into Ricky Smiley's story. Again, I don't like Ricky Smiley. Here's why I don't like Ricky Smiley. This is everything I'm gonna tell you in this story is 100% true. No embellishment. It's not the most exciting story in the world, but it's 100% true. Okay? So I worked at the radio station. Ricky Smiley had a morning show on one of the other 2 radio stations. And I think he had a book out. Well, I know he had a book out, but I think he had just released a book. Not 100% sure about that one. So they did, what they call a meet and greet. I mean, it's exactly what it says. You meet the celebrity, they greet you. This particular case, I don't know exactly how they gave out. I'm going to call them tickets. I don't know if they were physical tickets that they gave away, but how people got access to it. But it was like an after work time thing at the station. Now, I don't work on that station. I don't work in promotions. But someone at the company gave us a mandate that we had to go to the meet and greet. And the kind of the mindset behind this is, hold on a second, let me take Twin's name off of here. The mindset behind this is, look, celebrities have fragile egos. If Ricky Smiley come up in here and it's, 5 people here for the meet and greet, it might bruise his fragile ego. So they wanted a lot of people at the meet and greet, to be there. So when he walk in, we can all clap, you know what I'm saying? All that type of bullshit. So, okay, I got to go. I'm here. Let me go. So I go to the meet and greet, sitting there. And as they escort the people in, you speak to the people. Hey, few people were Buzz listeners. So they were, they had heard of me. Like, hey, somebody said my name. Yeah, that you the guy from that do Lincoln Ware show? Like, yeah, that's me. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I'm going back doing what I'm doing. No biggie, just people, and you meeting people and you're talking to them. So we all sitting around and they had ordered some food. All of this becomes important. They had ordered some food. So, but the food wasn't there yet. So I'm sitting there with a coworker. I'm gonna just say his name was Brandon because, his name was Brandon. So I'm sitting there and me and Brandon are talking. Well, eventually, everybody come in and they finally bring in Ricky Smiley. I think somebody did a kind of full introduction, oh, the host of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, blah, blah, blah. But that part I might just be making up in my mind. Anyway, when he came in, everybody clapped. That's what we're supposed to do. So then, of course, he comes in, he says a little something, and everybody sits down. They let him know the food is on the way. Few people had brought in books that they had purchased and they wanted him to sign. And he had, said, I'm willing to sign these books, but not yet. You know what I'm saying? I want to wait until, after everybody's kind of in, everybody's kind of settled and we've eaten. And then, I'll sign books and autographs and take pictures and all that kind of stuff. Sounds reasonable. So in the meantime, Ricky is just sitting there at the table. And people are trying to talk to Ricky, but Ricky don't want to talk to nobody. Ricky is being real kind of mean, standoffish. And in my mind, I'm thinking, this is a meet and greet. The food ain't here yet. You said you don't want to sign the books. That's cool. You want to wait till after that. But they got to wait till after that just to talk to you? But all right. So, people are really literally just mingling around the room, having conversation with people. Again, me and Brandon are sitting here, we're sitting here, and people are trying to tell Ricky, oh, I met you before, and blah, 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 blah. If you don't know, even for pseudo celebrities, people always want to tell you that either they've seen you before or they've met you before. And it be the most random stuff. You remember I hear it with Lincoln, but I remember I met you, now what is it, 2022-ish? I think this happened. I remember I met you in 2002. It was a remote, and you was at the so-and-so, and I had on this green dress. You remember me? You want me to remember you? I saw you way across the room 20 years ago while I was working. And in your mind, I'm supposed to remember you? Now, a lot of times Lincoln will say, oh, yeah, I remember. Oh, yeah, I remember. Just because it's, he's found that it's easier to do that. People feel good and go about their way. I got this little thing about lying. I'm not going to tell you I remember you if I don't remember you. So it was across the room in the green dress. Do you remember me? No. I don't even remember that event. No. So now, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to make me remember you. That stuff happens all the time. So somebody I want to say, was doing that not to Ricky, but about Ricky to somebody else. Keep in mind, he don't want to talk to nobody. So people can't say to him, you remember I met you at the so-and-so. Anyway, Brandon is saying to me, I actually met him. And I'm like, because I always like to pick with Brandon. And I'm like, you met him where? But I kind of start loud talking because I want Ricky to hear this because, I know he's experienced this before. So I'm like, you met him where? And he's like, yeah, because he was also from Chicago. He did this parade in Chicago, and he came over and he shook my hand, and I was just standing along the parade route. And I'm cracking up. Because I'm like, why don't you go ask him if he remembered you? He'll remember you. You was the dude at the parade whose hand he shook. Do you remember the street you was standing at? Because, of course, I'm picking with him. Well, Ricky overhears this. And Ricky Smiley decide, in essence, I'm stupid. Which I'm not really mad at him for thinking that if he believed what I was saying. Because he don't know me. He don't know I'm picking with Brandon. But he goes out of his way then to come over to me and Brandon and say, ain't nobody gonna remember nobody from no parade 10 years ago. Now, at this point, I'm cracking up because he's not saying it to me. He's saying it to Brandon, as if Brandon had actually said that to him. And Brandon got really nervous, which, of course, made it even funnier to me. So I'm sitting there cracking up. So when Ricky goes to walk away, I say to Brandon, something along the lines of, you should tell him what you had on. Maybe he'll remember. So I whisper that to Brandon. He heard me whisper that. He comes over and he stands, he's over my shoulder, right here. Ain't nobody gonna remember. And when I tell y'all, this is my Ricky Smiley angry voice, he was lightweight screaming at me. With that, when you mad, the little growl in your voice. And he's standing right over my shoulder. Ain't nobody gonna remember nobody from no damn parade 10 years ago. And you will have to be, and he leans in, stupid to think that they would. See, now he in my face and in my ear. And my instinct was just, a real quick elbow. Because you ain't got no business being that close to me. That was my instinct. But I fought the instinct. But I really did. A quick elbow, fuck his shit all the way up. And then tell him, don't you ever get in my face again. But I didn't. I said to the man, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was a comedian. We was joking. And I see that you don't understand a good joke, because clearly I'm laughing, and at this point Brandon's laughing and he's laughing, so we understand the ridiculousness of the premise. At that point he kind of caught on that we was joking, but he still wasn't nice. So then after that was why I don't like Ricky. But then after that, he goes and he sits down, everything calmed down, food comes. As the food is being brought in, a lady who was late comes in. And she got her book. And she's like, oh, hey, Mr. Smiley or Ricky or whatever it was she called him. And he's like, I was wondering if you would sign my book when you get a chance. And he was like, how many times I got to tell y'all I ain't signing nothing till we eat, okay? Nothing. Y'all so damn rude, can't even wait. And I'm like, oh my God, why is he going off on this lady? Clearly she was like, she don't know. You could have just told her. And so we all sit. And at this point, like, everybody's kind of eating in silence because everybody's scared of this nigga. Like, damn. And so everybody eat. Well, I didn't eat. I just sat there. And So then after the food was over, then he like, and this is the way he did it. I promise y'all, this is the way he did it. Now, who want me to sign their book? And I was thinking everybody in the room should say, nobody, bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what, but of course they were all, oh, he said, and he tells us this story basically about why he's so rude. About how, you know, something about how he had to set boundaries, and you know, he learned a long time ago that if you don't set boundaries, and so he don't care if it's seen rude and all of this and that. And I was like, oh my goodness. So then finally, I was like, okay, can I leave now? And they was like, yeah, you can leave now. And of course he caught on. Wait a minute. Y'all made people come in here? Don't ever, I don't care if it only end up being one person. Don't ever make nobody come and see me. I can draw a crowd on my own. I don't need nobody. And then he went on this thing. And then I was like, okay, so I can leave. And they was like, yes, Emanuel, you can leave. I do not like Ricky Smiley. He was the meanest celebrity I've ever met in my life. And I've met a lot of celebrities. I tell y'all good stories about celebrities all the time. Monica being my favorite. Not that I'm a fan of Monica, you know, she got a song or two that I like. But not that I'm a fan of Monica, but she was the nicest celebrity that I've ever met to her fans. I don't care how you act towards me. But to the people that love you and support you and buying your raggedy ass book, you can at least pretend to be nice in their presence. You can at least pretend to be nice in their presence. So yeah, that's why when I am eager to believe negative stuff about that dude, because I don't like him. Because I don't like him. But Brent, hold on. Let me scroll. Even meaner than Tracy Ellis Ross. That's different. I wasn't there as a meet and greet and a fan of hers. Like if I would have, I didn't see her treat any fans of hers negatively. She treated me a little bad. So I don't care for her personally, but I didn't see her treat any of her fans bad. So that's, you know, that's different. That's different. Reese says, is this the new Death comedy show? Death Jam comedy show? That does not sound like a show I would want to be. Do the people die on the show? The Death Jam? That's terrible. I wouldn't want to be on that show. Lewis, CK, he was just calling. Says Fantasia is the nicest celebrity I've ever met. Fantasia was nice. She was nice. She wasn't as nice, but she didn't have an opportunity to be as nice as Monica was to her fans. Ricky seems to be a control freak. I don't even like the way he's always got his grandson throwing up the Q sign. Well, I don't know nothing about all of that. I really do know, though, he was very mean to, like, everybody in that room. And even the people who were attempting to cater to him. He was very mean to them. And I never liked that. Like, if you know what I'm saying, if you in that position, just be gracious, man. Just be gracious. Because everybody don't get that. Much more talented people than you are not in the spot that you're in. And it can be taken away from you. CK.
Praise the Lord. Happy New Year.
Happy Thank you. Happy New Year.
Praise the Lord. Hey, now I got to get you because you watched it, and I'm getting a lot of feedback. In my professional opinion, the greatest interview of all time. One of the greatest interviews, maybe not of all time, because Muhammad Ali got some great interviews. He did Parkinson. Did you ever see him on the Parkinson show?
The Parkinson show? I never
Look
even
it up
knew
on
such a
YouTube.
thing existed.
Man, put in all Ali on the Parkinson show. Greatest. If you want to see Cat Williams level interview, look at Parkinson. He got 2 of them over there. They're in London.
Hold on, I'm
And it's
looking
crazy
that up
that
right now.
Oh yeah. You got to check my receipts. Call me a liar. You see it?
Okay.
It's
Okay.
crazy, ain't it?
Okay.
Ain't that crazy how the world works? He went on there, did a legendary interview, and
Now hold on.
and-
Hold on. Let me be clear and make fun of myself for just a minute. I thought, ain't no damn Parkinson's show. He had Parkinson's, and maybe he was on some shows, but he wasn't on no damn Parkinson's show. But there's a gentleman named Michael Parkinson who interviewed him. So I was totally thinking something different. Like CK is on that stuff talking about he was on the
Yeah.
Parkinson show. But you were 100% correct.
that sounds like that bullshit I used to say back last year. Didn't it? That boy was on fire. He's just making shit up as he goes. But I would say Cat Williams of modern times greatest interview. I mean, where would you put the interview?
Well, it all
What was
depends.
it?
I think it was entertaining. I don't think it was a great interview. Like, Shannon Sharp is not. Actually, I was entertained by the fact that he actually called Shannon Sharp out a few times about his interview skills. And I think a few of them went over Shannon Sharp's head. A few of them he caught, but a few of them went over his head. I don't know that it was a great interview. I would say it was a great performance by Cat Williams.
Oh man, and he's back at it again today. Did you know he did another interview today with the ghetto boy Willie D?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was just I mean, it's not going to be on the level of Shannon Sharp. You know, Sharp just 34 million, 40 million views. Simply amazing. And he's changed the game. See, if you look at the strategy, we got to take it away from Vlad. See, let's go to our own platform. You know, if you notice that was a slick. Like, I'm not gonna give Vlad this. Let me give my own. So let's build their platform. Did you notice that?
I think he was more thinking about Joe Rogan in terms of, because that's kind of the space that I guess Shannon Sharp is trying to be in, get his podcast maybe to that level, because he actually mentioned that, Joe Rogan would never have me on his podcast. So but I don't watch that Vlad dude.
Oh, yeah, man, you an emotional watcher, man. I can't believe you said you only watched Friday once. You watched the original Friday, or was it a sequel?
It was the original, and it was only because I had never seen them, and my wife and I'll be like, I've never seen one. And so finally she was like, we gonna watch Friday. And I watched it and I was like,
What grade you give it from 1 to 10?
It's not fair of me to give it a grade. Here's why. If you never seen Breaking, the movie,
Y'all seen it?
and you turn on Breaking right now, that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't so from the perspective of the time that it was made and the time that I've seen it, a lot of other stuff have been made kind of in that same style to, copy and mimic that style. The jokes, of course, I've heard a million times, even though a lot of them I didn't know where they came from, but I've heard the jokes a million times. So it's not fair for me to have seen the movie, 20 years after the release of the movie, and then give it a grade. You know what I'm saying? I went and watched Cooley High, and I was like, That wasn't no good movie.
You don't like Coolie High now?
It's
You don't
alright.
like that one?
It's alright, but I ain't like, damn, Cooley. Bro, you seen Cooley High? Like, I think it's Cooley High. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, though, but yeah, you're right. But because I had the kids watching Crush Groove today. That's what I made the kids watch.
Okay.
Remember Crush Groove?
I remember
Fat
Crush
Boy?
Groove.
Yeah, it's entertaining. So you didn't do that with your kids? Did you watch like movies that you watched as a kid with your kids? You ever did that?
Yeah. But more than movies, I make my kids watch live entertainment performances. Like right now, I'm, making the little baby watch a lot of, Stevie Wonder performances, old school Michael Jackson. Like she just watched Motown 25, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I make them watch old school more than movies. I make them watch old school music and listen to old school music.
Now, you know the way you got to hit it with that y'all got to watch together. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I think she'll like that.
Okay.
You think she'll like that or that's too,
Well, we watched it.
old?
We watched it. She fell asleep a couple times.
They can't, so that old stuff really can't keep up the new kids.
Well, I mean,
Cause
at the
you
time
know-
when we watched it, she was only 4. So, you know what I'm saying? Keeping a 4-year-old's concentration on a movie, that ain't got a whole lot of singing and all that stuff in it.
But what you were saying about Ricky Smiley is so right. Like, he just told the truth. Like, what did this guy got? He got the mental health joke and the Bernice. So the truth kind of hurts with him. Now, Kevin Hart, I think he's a proven success. I've seen him come up, started from the bottom, now we're here. Remember that?
But I think his point about Kevin Hart is not even that the guy's not talented. I think his point about Kevin Hart is when he says he's a plant, and this is just my take on what he said. This is not what he said. But I think when he's saying he's a plant, it doesn't mean he didn't work hard. And it doesn't mean he's not talented. It just means that he did whatever it was that they told him to do to achieve the success. So he's kind of protected. So, you know what I'm saying? Like how I was watching an interview with Kevin Hart. It was the same interview where he said Cat Williams was on drugs. And he was saying, but my influence in comedy is, going to spread because I bring my people up. But you kind of really can't, if what Cat Williams is saying is true, and you know what I'm saying, you done suck some penis to get to where you are, then Cat didn't actually say that. He just suggested such things happen. But if you done suck some penis to get to where you are, you can go there. But the only way you can take somebody else there is to introduce them to the penis to suck. Otherwise, you can only get them to a certain level, and then, they top out. And when the penis come out, if they like, no, they fall off. So what are you bringing your people to would be the question. See, Cat could say, I'm taking people on tour with me. I'm getting them paid. I'm getting them noticed. They get this. But if Cat Williams is telling the truth and you are a plant and you bring your people up, you got to bring your people to the dude who penis you suck to suck his penis so that they could achieve the same level as you. And I don't know that I won't. You know what I'm saying? I used to try to do music. I don't know that I won't. You know what I'm saying? Quincy Jones bringing me to the executive for Warner Brothers Music. Like, if you suck his penis, then you can get a good record deal. I'm like, why would you bring me here, Quincy? Well, I sucked it. You can suck it. No.
But Mr. Livingston, this is what I want you to know now, see, because you never seen Friday After Next, right? See, if you've seen it, you would see how truthful it sounds what Cat is saying. Because the part of the movie was, remember, well, you didn't watch it, but Damon had just got out of prison. He was a flaming. I mean, he was trying to get Cube and Mike Epps. He already said he was going to do to them if they didn't have rent money, right? Then he trapped Cat Williams in the bathroom. So it's very plausible that what he's saying is true, was true about the rape scene. See? But he had to switch that out. He said, remember, he said it's a comedy. It's about Christmas. the last thing, and he said there's nothing funny about rape. So I kind of believe him on that. I really do. And I heard Ice Cube's explanation, and he's in a catch-22 because he made Players Club, which involved the rape scene, right?
Well, actually,
So
what Ice Cube said struck me as interesting. Again,
Yeah.
Ice Cube never said he lied, but Ice Cube, when talking about the rape scene, Ice Cube
Right.
said, I don't know the exact quote, but basically, I wasn't never gonna actually show a rape on camera. But the
Thank
idea,
you,
and I
bro.
don't know how the movie actually ended up shaking down. Did Money Mike, was it even suggested that Money Mike got raped in the movie?
Yeah, he was about to get raped, but he said, I like my fish. I like my fish a lot. Moving. He didn't want to rape him while he was asleep, so he poured him a bucket of water. And while he poured the bucket of water, Cat Williams, luckily it being a ghetto bathroom, had the pliers up under the toilet. He grabbed the pliers and grabbed Terry Crews' nuts with it, and that's how he got away. So it sounds like it was the way the movie was, how fruity the movie was. You could probably believe, like, yeah, they probably was going, just like you just said. That's why they call you the king of talk. He never said that. He said he went to show it, just like he said. He admitted in Players Club. Remember, he said we left it up to your imagination.
Right.
Probably the same thing he was going to do. Hey, he told on himself, didn't he? Look,
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's what he said. And when he said that, I was like, Cat was probably telling the truth. And again, I don't know what was cut out. I don't know what ended up in the movie. I've never seen it. But if it is suggested that a rape happened, then it's not out of the realm of possibility that maybe more suggestion was going to happen.
Yeah, because if you watch the movie, you see the disrespect and the gay stuff. He took a jab at Tupac because he was dancing to Tupac music, Damon was, and he was like, sexually attracted to him. That was a slick little jab at Tupac because Ice Cube really don't like Tupac. But he, even that was like Tupac fans was like, why would he put that in there? But now over time, why would you have a dude sexually attracted to he's like, ooh, Tupac, that was fun. So it had a gay theme in it. So now, like you said, you being the king of talk, that's why they call you the king of talk. You caught what he said. Like, oh, I went to show it. That's where you got to have your brain on. Like you said, he could have just called, no way we would never have. It would have been just like that. Like he said, Cat Williams created that whole thing and made that thing big. So you got to put yourself in the same position. What would you do in that situation? You see, damn, they about to have a rape scene in your first movie. That's a tough situation, ain't it, Emmanuel?
Yeah, sound like a tough situation to me. CK, I appreciate your call.
And holla at you, brother. Good to hear from you 2024, man. Hey, and I'm glad you caught that about he went to show it. So remember that he told on himself. You got facts. You got facts on your side and everything.
All right.
Keep listening.
All right. Now here becomes the question. Okay, so what about it? Cat did an interview. Everybody been talking about the interview, but what about it? Here's a few takeaways that I think you can take away from that interview. Number one, I like the idea of, and again, not a direct quote, but if you don't like the way I talk about you, then maybe you should have considered treating me better when we interacted with one another. How about treat people good? That's one takeaway. Another takeaway is maybe it is time to just be honest about people, who they are, what they do, and how they act, so that other people ain't necessarily shell-shocked when they come into contact with these same people or these same situations. Because if you ask me, a part of that was a cautionary tale for the comedian and the person looking for stardom. That there's a way to do it And then there's another way to do it, and maybe a price to pay if you do it that other way, right? Like, we all understand what he financed his first special. He's an independent guy. He will probably never rise to the level of a Kevin Hart. But Kevin Hart ain't independent. And I'm not saying, I don't know what Kevin Hart may or may not have done. I really genuinely don't. But if you think about it, and you want to be a celebrity, and there are a lot of people out here who want to be celebrities. Cat Williams was telling y'all there's a price to fame. There's a price. There's a both roads seem to be long, but there's a shortcut, and you have to decide, what are you willing to do for that fame? And maybe there's a whole lot of guys and girls who will look at that and say, you know what? He's right. I might never, I want to do music, but I might never get to the level of Beyonce. I'm not saying Beyonce did nothing bad either. I don't know what she may or may not have done. She's just the example because she's one of the top out there. I don't know what, I might never get to the level of Beyonce, but I can finance my own music. Find producers and writers and all of that kind of stuff and make music that I can be proud of and get out there and push it and promote it. Learn a little bit about the business and then get out there and maybe effectively push it and promote it and develop a following. So I might never be Beyonce, but I can be independent and successful. But if I just got to be Beyonce, I just bit my cheek. If I just got to be Beyonce, I might have to do something here and there, and I have to determine what I am willing to do and what I am not willing to do. So it's like a cautionary tale. So yeah, we looking at it like it was funny. He blasted some people, but he also said some stuff that we can look at and be like, ooh, yeah. I know people who, I know people. I've seen these posts on social media. Cat Williams had to be lying because Kevin Hart net worth is more than Cat Williams. There are people who actually believe that. Yes, it's sad. It's ridiculous. But people who judge who telling the truth based on who's the most popular, who got the most money. And truth don't work like that. So I say take it, from here. Sure, there's some comedy nuggets in there. You a fat Faison lie. There are some comedy nuggets in there. He's sitting all up like a walrus, can't even. There were some comedy nuggets in there. But there were some other nuggets in there too. Here was another one, which I think we see him play out here in Cincinnati. The days of people just being comfortable, being talked bad about or being treated badly or, having lies told on them or anything of that nature, we might be done with that. I'm looking at Stephanie Summerall Dumas and Alicia Reese. I don't know who did what to who. But in essence, somebody said somebody ain't been treating them right. Stephanie basically said Alicia Reese ain't been treating her right. She rude, she disrespectful, she all about her, she this, she that. That might be true. I know y'all thinking, no, Alicia's the most popular. It couldn't be true because Alicia's more popular than her is. If that's your automatic default, she just jealous of Alicia Reese. If that is your automatic default, without any questions, you might be part of the problem. And I'm not even saying Alicia's wrong. Alicia did anything. That actually could be the case. Alicia could be, didn't do anything. But it's also equally possible that maybe Commissioner Dumas is like, look, I've been taking this back seat unnecessarily and disrespectfully, and I'm tired of it. And it's time for me to say something. I honestly believe we gonna see a lot of people stepping forward saying, now, if it's true, my only thing is, if what you're saying is true, Commissioner Dumas, you should have put a name on it. Because I'm telling you, the days of hinting at stuff and then saying, I didn't say your name, them days is over. You seem like you weak and a punk. When Alicia responded, Alicia wasn't like, somebody said something about me that I don't. No, she was like, hey, bitch. No, she didn't say that. But she was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna sit here in my face and disrespect me. I ain't with that. Don't try me. I went to Withrow, which I guess is a threat to some people. I went to Withrow. You know what I'm saying? Alicia didn't try to pussyfoot around it. If, and again, I don't know. I would have to talk to Stephanie. But let's say, for the sake of argument, Brent, I see you there. Hold on a minute. If for the sake of argument, Alicia been being real disrespectful to Commissioner Dumas, right? Just for the sake of argument. Again, I'm not saying she is. I don't know. Stephanie, the way that you deal with a bully is not to pussyfoot around them. Carl, you got to say, hey, just pay attention to all of the movements to get traction. Hey, Alicia Reese been being disrespectful to me. Here is what she did. Here is when she did it. Here is how it's been happening. Y'all ain't seen it because it's been behind the scenes. But I'm telling y'all it's been happening and I'm tired of it. That's the way you do that. Because if you don't do it right, it make you look, you're going to look petty anyway to like Alicia Reese fans. You could show them a hidden camera video of her calling you the B word and telling you ain't S and she the only black, but I ain't saying she did none of that. But you could show them a hidden camera video. The Alicia Reese fans gonna say, she must have did something to deserve it. We don't know what happened before the video. You know what I'm saying? That's always gonna happen. But to get the other people to see what you're dealing with, when you going at a bully, bullies typically are bullies for a reason. They like big, tough guys or girls. You got to be ready to step to them hard. And pussyfooting around, that just ain't going to get you. It puts you in a much worse situation than you were in the beginning because now you done put it out there. And don't think, oh, I'm going to put it out there and then everybody going to be watching and the bullying to stop. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. So, Stephanie, if she did something, you better bring some proof now. You better bring some proof. Talk. Say it. Otherwise, you definitely sound like you just being a hater. I don't know one way or the other. Again, I don't know one way or the other. For a third time. I don't know one way or the other. But I don't automatically assume that because I like Alicia Reese, she's right in the situation. I don't know. Brent.
Emanuel, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm on my Bluetooth in the car and just had to make a run here real quick for work. But that little rant you went on, you were sounding like a Baptist preacher who just came back from a 3-month sabbatical preaching his first sermon. You had a lot to get off your chest.
Oh, well, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but
Oh, you can talk, and preachers can talk too. So it's once they get on a roll, you just sit back and say, "Take your time, preacher. Take your time." So I could hear you loud and clear, so it wasn't no big deal. But yeah, but with the Cat Williams, I'm gonna bounce around a little bit here. But with Cat Williams and everything, one thing, if you can't say anything else, that he made, maybe not everything he said was quite plausible. And it possibly could, it's a probability that some of that stuff's going to happen, and it's possible that it happened. But man, I think he was very generous with the Zatarans and the Tony Sashery that he was throwing on some of them stories. And that was one of the benefits for you being off last week. I actually listened to her during the time I listened to you, and I'm sitting there, and thankfully I was working from home. I'm like, wow.
He embellished some
said,
stuff.
What?
No doubt he embellished some stuff. No doubt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But that's what makes it the best jokes are rooted in truth. So if you're able to take that joke and then add a little bit extra to it, that makes it even worse, and that pisses off the person even worse. Your joke is aimed towards. So yeah. So that was it was hilarious. I enjoyed it. And, I know you jumping to Steve Harvey. I know you say you don't like Steve Harvey. But I'm sure if you were to give him a call, I'm sure he got his man's number at the top of his favorites, and he may be able to help you out with your unconventional hairline.
Bro, I couldn't do it. I'm telling you, I couldn't do it.
Oh, man.
Brent, I thought about doing this one day. I said I'm gonna go to the barbershop and get all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Get the hair dyed and get the fade, and get the fibers and the Beijing and all of that nonsense, and come in here one day. I said, but that's too much money to do one day for a gag on the daggone podcast and wash out, because I couldn't walk around with that stuff on my head.
Yeah, it's just false advertising. And you see folks would get the beards or get dreadlocks, and I'm like, dreadlocks, really? That's how. Now hold on. You feel about yourself? Now before a roll, go right ahead. But man.
But hold on, I don't have a problem now with men doing it, because I thought about this. Women do it. Women trick men all the time into believing they got long hair, or in believing, they got nice luxurious eyelashes, or, nice long fingernails. Women do all of that stuff to
But they
enhance.
women, you expect that.
Well, but look, if you a dude and you trying to get a certain woman and this is what they like, go with it. Because probably the chick that you trying to get that like that, y'all can both, take off y'all face at the end of the night and put it on the nightstand.
Well, I just hope if a dude does do that, and then he's with the woman, I hope he don't start prefacing with "you love me," right, and then commits to taking off his man unit and everything. You said you love me. You said you love me. I hope he don't fall into that mode. So. If you do it, it's your money, but if I say it, I'm going to talk about it. And I remember back, you remember when one of Steve Harvey's signature jokes was him talking about Mitch Bloodgreen and Mike Tyson.
Yes.
And how Tyson punched Mitch Bloodgreen in the eye, and his eye was talking and everything. I saw that video clip from back in the day, and man, once you see all the different angles, there was so much... airspace between the hair that he had there. So I for a while there, I thought it was real, but I'm like, nah, that thing ain't real, because that line is way, way too crispy. But for him to go totally there to where even back then you losing all your hair, or you're prematurely losing it, to now you have this thick, lush, dense head of hair is downright treacherous. That's almost unforgivable territory there. And for it to take, allegedly, here's some more Zatarans, take Cat Williams calling you out during a battle that you had on a wig, for you to finally come out there without your wig on, man, you were supposed to be a man in your stuff right there. Yeah, it's a wig, and I'm going to keep on wearing the wig.
Now, wait a minute. How is that more Zataran?
But did it actually really happen that way?
I believe
or was
so.
it a coincidence? It's possible. You know, it's one of those possibilities. Just like when Cat Williams.
But let me. I remember the stories around when all of that happened, and I remember because Steve Harvey had his radio show at the time, and I remember you know, the whole thing behind it, and even Steve Harvey's response afterwards, and all of that kind of stuff. And I believe it is very possible. Steve Harvey was shook after that.
Yep. But how you gonna let a man how you just gonna let a man blow your cover and then you not stand in what you've always done up to this point in time?
Look, Steve Harvey went on his radio show after that, and I don't know how many people remember this. He apologized to his audience. He apologized to his audience for getting slayed on the stage. He claimed he didn't know it was that kind of battle. Like, he thought he was just going to go up and tell his little jokes, and then Cat Williams going to go up and tell some jokes, and that was going to be that. But he didn't know that they was coming for each other. But Cat Williams had said clearly, they did promos for this, that he was coming for him personally. And so Steve Harvey got up about, I was just trying to get that dollar, and I should have never participated in nothing like that. And I don't, I'm gonna stop short of saying basically he retired from stand-up comedy on his show, but he basically said he wasn't doing it no more. Because he didn't like what comedy had come to, or something of that nature. He got up and he apologized to his audience on his radio show.
So he made him retire from doing stand-up and retire from wearing his man unit at the same time?
I can't say that 100%, but it's kind of the way I remember it.
That's a bad boy to have something like that happen.
He lit his ass up.
Yes, he did. But even throughout all of this, you know who the person who is the happiest about Cat Williams on the Shay Shay Club?
TD Jakes.
The person. TD Jakes, yes. That joker now is like, whoo, I can go back and keep on listening and preaching.
Yeah, let me just disappear. If he could shrink into himself for the next week or two and literally just disappear, he would. Because since Cat Williams came out, even though Cat Williams did mention him, we really ain't heard the term power bottom since this whole Cat Williams thing dropped.
Well, now that's been transferred over to maybe P. Diddy and some of his other friends, because sometimes you got to tell P. Diddy no.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. And just the way Cat Williams tells his jokes is just hilarious. He's a master at voice inflection and even, visual comedy.
Yes.
With his faces and everything. So he is definitely a master at that. But I guess you would be a master if you read 3,000 books a year for 4 years straight. But that's beside the point. In different languages. I forgot about the whole multiple languages. I want to know what languages this joker.
What?
No.
Excuse me. What did he say? He was in Haiti, and he was the translator.
Yes, French and Creole.
Hey,
at age 8 to 12.
It's possible.
You're a bad man.
It's possible.
It is possible. It's possible I win the lottery too.
Hold on. Here's why it's possible, Brent. Now imagine this. At what, 3 years old?
Right.
Your family, devout Jehovah Witnesses, did he say? Taking missionary trips over to Haiti. When do you learn language? You're still learning language then. And so if you spend any significant amount of time around people speaking French and Creole, a 3-year-old, it wouldn't be hard for them to pick that up. So
well,
from
how come your parents and your other siblings ain't picked it up because you playing translator
because
for everybody?
he was the damn genius. His parents and siblings wasn't genii. He is the daggone genius. So he's around French Creole speaking people for some significant amount of time. He picks it up.
Right.
And it's possible that he learns it. And then after not using it, you can forget.
If you're a genius, you shouldn't forget stuff like that.
No, even geniuses forget stuff. Even though I do think he said he got a photographic memory at some point during the interview. But some
More
photographic
veteran.
memories don't take every picture.
Oh man, but one last thing, because it's been a while and everything. It's time for the wrestling report.
All the people mad at you now. They said
I
no
know they
wrestling.
are, but they gonna have to be mad on this one. Did you see last Monday when you had the return of a former WWE champion, Jinder Mahal, which was then followed up by The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, coming out?
I did.
You did see that.
That was a long
what was
promo.
Yep. Oh, that was a horrible promo. Oh, it went 20 minutes too long because all you needed was the last part.
That's it.
Where The Rock said, I'm hungry. I'm about to go get something to eat. Am I going to sit at the bar or am I going to sit at the head of the table?
That was it. That was the line that we waited 20 minutes for a 10-second line.
Yes.
Are they going to do it at WrestleMania or are they going to do it before then?
I'm hearing that they're going to do it at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Which, if you're about money, you don't do that at Elimination Chamber. You do that at WrestleMania. Because that's going to make the most money. Dustin, or what's his name? Cody. He don't need to finish his little story. It's been delayed all these years. It can be delayed a little bit longer. But if you're going to do it like that, you have Rock there, you have his mama. His mama's still alive, I think. You have his mama there. You have Alpha Sika. You even bring Samoa Joe. You bring in all the Samoans to be there at ringside with coconuts and hot pepper lays on or whatever you call them. You have everyone there and you do it upright. But hey, I know The Rock has another. Well, he has the USFL combined with the XFL to form the XFL. It's just crazy. But
wait. Hold on. I didn't see that. Say that again.
The USFL.
Uh-huh.
And then you have Rock on the XFL.
Right.
They've now combined, and now it's the UFL. So you got teams from both leagues that are now in this brand new league.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to check that out.
So, hey, happy with Rock. He making that money from that side of things too. So, but yeah, so that happened just recently, and they're about ready to start their season. But most of the teams are in Texas. But well, a great number of the teams, about a quarter of the teams, are in Texas.
All right. I'm gonna have to look into that. I appreciate that information.
So yeah, so you can watch that, and then maybe some of those future stars will be there in the NFL. And once the NFL finally gets a black majority owner, or gives Colin Kaepernick a job, which hope for that. Keep on hoping for Byron Allen to get that.
That's what'll get me back.
Oh yeah. All right. Hey, you take care, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, Brent.
All right.
All right. But yeah, back to here local. I want to know the truth. I want to know the truth. I don't want to assume. I want people, if people are doing people wrong, call them out. Call them out. Now, even if that's the case, I still blame, to some degree, Stephanie Summerall Dubas and Bishop Bobby Hilton. And they didn't know what they were up against. They didn't know what they were up against. I'm telling y'all, I had this conversation when Stephanie Summerall Dumas, when Alicia Reese was elected, and she had gone on the Lincoln Ware show a couple times. I was still at the radio station. I still had a show. Sierra says, why is Bobby Hilton all this? He's her, is the title chief of staff. He's Stephanie Summerall Dumas's chief of staff, I believe is his title. I believe that's his title. So that's how he's involved. But I told them, I can't remember if I was talking to Stephanie or if I was talking to Bobby. But I told them, I said, look, you do not get a fair shot on the Lincoln Ware show. Period. Lincoln Ware has a personal relationship with Alicia Reese. And as long as you are Lincoln's friend, Lincoln is loyal to his friends. Somebody gonna try to twist that into a knock, but it's not. He is. He's loyal to his friends. And there is nothing that Stephanie Summerall Dumas could have done. Stephanie Summerall Dumas could have cured AIDS and cancer and sickle cell, COVID, and solved global warming. And she still wouldn't have got love from Lincoln Ware because she wasn't Alicia Reese. And I remember saying to them, if you need to get a message out to the people, you can always call my show and I will give you the opportunity to get your message out. And they were like, well, nah, I think we good with Lincoln. And I was like, they don't know. They don't know. Like, he is not going to be, if there's any point of contention ever, and it's going to be Alicia Reese's word versus Stephanie Summerall Dumas's word, and that is presented on the Lincoln Ware show, Lincoln Ware is taking the Alicia Reese side every day of the week, whether she's right or wrong, because he has a personal relationship with her and he's loyal. Again, I'm not saying that as a knock, just as a fact. And if you don't recognize that, I think you're being a little short-sighted. Do anybody else remember I talked to Stephanie Summerall Dumas on air once on my show? Do y'all remember what she said to end the conversation? I don't remember verbatim, but something along the lines of, oh, that's it? They told me you was going to attack me. Do anybody else remember that? That might have been why she was like, no, we cool with Lincoln. Or I can't remember if it was her or Bishop Bobby who said, no, we cool with Lincoln. One of them told me, like, in essence, we not calling your show to get our message out. Lincoln's show is the big show. And he'll always let us get our message out. And he'll always be fair. You can only tell people stuff, and then once they realize it, because for me, once I give you opportunity, once I tell you, hey, look, they're not going to treat you fair over there. Don't go over there. If you want to be treated fair, I will give you opportunity to say what you got to say, and I will treat you fair, just like I would do anybody else. And you say, nah, I'm good. You can't come back to me talking about, oh, I need to be able to put my message out there. Nah, I'm good. You can only warn people so much. You can only warn people so much. And again, I don't know what they beef is. They clearly got a beef. Can I be honest? It's 2024. They done had a beef since Alicia got in office. I don't know who started the beef, but they've been beefing since she got there. I could see it from the outside. I could tell from the little things that were said on the air. Small comments, off comments. It's been there since the beginning. Now, does that mean it's been shots fired at Alicia since the beginning? And Alicia finally like, I'm not putting up with this shit no more. Or do that mean it was shots fired from Alicia from the beginning, and finally Stephanie like, I ain't putting up with this shit no more? My guess is some shots were fired. I don't know who fired them first. I have a theory about it. I'm not going to share that theory yet. I know it's 2024. But you can't just be out here theorizing. You know what I'm saying? But here's what I will say, because it's 2024. And again, I really do like Alicia. I really do. But look, Alicia is, I like to say she's a professional victim. She's a professional victim. She's been fighting probably since she came out the womb. I had to fight my way out the womb. I had to fight. Then the doctor slapped me when I got out there. I had to fight to not get slapped no more. She's been, this is what I mean by that. She's been cultivating that at the very least since she took public office. She's been cultivating that victim thing. It's true. It's true. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Some people project, I'm going to project my strength. I'm going to project that's how she projects strength. To her, it seems to be strength is how you stand up against your adversaries. So for her to project strength, she has to have an adversary to stand against. No matter who the adversary is. The adversary can be a person. It can be an idea. It can be an ideal. It could be a situation. She's not the only one who does it, but I mean, it's true. It's true. She's been fighting against the system who don't want to give black people contracts from the county. That may very well be true, but it could be stated a different way. But her way of projecting strength is not, look, I've been out here advocating for, because this is two different ways to say the same thing. Ever since I got here, I've been advocating for money from the county to go to the black community, because not enough money goes to the black community from the county. And so through our working with the county and our advocating for the black community in Hamilton County, we've been able to secure more funding than has ever been secured before. That's one way to say it. Another way to say it is, when I got here, they fought me, and I noticed that these people didn't want to give us nothing, and I had to fight to find out how much money they gave to black people. Then I had to fight to find out who was giving the money. Then I had to fight to find out who was taking care of the money. Then I had to fight to find out why black people couldn't get no money. Then I had to fight to get black people confident enough to get down here and actually ask for some of the money. And then I had to fight once they got down here to ask for the money for them to be able to be heard. And then I had to fight to... It's the same thing, just said two different ways. It's the same thing said two different ways. The point of bringing that up is, Stephanie, if you in the right on this, your first step was weak. Your first step was weak. All your other steps got to be calculated. Because clearly you've been positioned where you're the bad guy now. You're the bad guy. I don't know who the bad guy is. Usually the truth lies somewhere in between. But either drop it or decide how far you want to go with it. Let me say this. Stephanie, if you the bad guy, stop. Just stop. Don't be the bad guy. Don't be jealous. Get out there. Find you a platform. Find some stuff to do, to get accomplished, to put on your resume, to come to the black community and to say, I did this. Some concrete stuff. It don't have to be huge. It just have to be visible. And just keep doing that. And you keep, look, it's what I tell all of the people who ask me questions about their political, people understand, like I went to school for political science. I know a little bit of something. And I tell people all the time, what you need to do is, I don't say this, but it's what Alicia Reese does. Alicia do stuff, and then she get out there and tell you, I did that. You need to do that. It's real simple. Do something. And once you did it, get out there and tell people you did it. Or try to do something. And then once it failed, get out there and tell people that you tried to do it and this is why it failed. Either of those work. It's really simple. It really is. Do something, tell the people what you did. Or try to do something and tell the people why it failed. Now, of course, in telling the people why it failed, you have to be the champion of the people in your story. Like, you can't be like, I tried to get $10,000 for the Avondale Community Council, but I forgot to sign the paperwork. So it didn't happen. You are not the hero of that story. Even if that's the case. Y'all understand this is the brilliance of Alicia Reese and people who can do that. I tried to get $10,000 for the Avondale Community Council. Now you forgot to sign the paperwork. You know why I forgot to sign the paperwork, don't you? Because they told me I didn't have to sign the paperwork. They said that was just a formality. If they wouldn't have told me, well, who told you that? Well, I don't want to say his name, but it's a white man down in the purchasing department, and he said, you don't sign there. Somebody from our department had to sign there. So they tricked me. Either way, you got to be the hero of the story. Somebody else is the bad guy. Do something, tell people about it. Try to do something, and when it don't work, tell them why it didn't work, but you got to be the hero of the story. That's it. So Stephanie, if you just down there being a jealous hater, get up, get out, and do something. But if you really being hated on, tell the people, give us details. Oh, I hope they go behind in a room somewhere and work that out. I think you pretty much passed that point. Once you came out with it, go in the room and work it out is off the table. Now it's a battle. I don't have to give Alicia Reese no pointers. Trust me, she got this. She got the platform that she could call 3 times a day and tell her side. And she know how to craft a story. But I'm telling y'all, it's 2024. It's 2024. The days, I believe the days of taking bad treatment and keeping quiet and all that stuff, I believe them days is over. I believe they over. You better be treating people right. So when they tell their story, you be like Wanda Sykes. What? Yeah. You'll be like Wanda Sykes. Yeah, I remember Wanda Sykes. Shannon said something about it. Yeah, remember Wanda Sykes? He was like, oh, no. Not Wanda Sykes. She's a legend. That other Wanda. You want to be Wanda Sykes. I treated them good. They ain't got nothing bad to say about me. You want to be DL. Treat people good. Treat people good. And don't take nothing from nobody who treating you bad. And of course, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Yes, tell your truth. But tell the truth. Because some stuff is not up to interpretation. Either you did that or you did not do that. All right, that's it. Hopefully I'll never have to talk about this again. The Cat Williams portion of it. I think this county commissioner thing is going to simmer for a while. I will say this, Alicia gave her a bit of an out. She gave her a bit of an out. She said, maybe she's just a plant. I think I know who watched the Cat Williams interview between the two of them. She said maybe she's just a plant. She won her seat again. Maybe these white people done got to her. I don't know if she said white people. Maybe these white people done got to her. because they never did want me to get elected. I had to fight the first time against all of these people working and fighting me, that they didn't want me to get elected. And now I got to fight again because I'm about to run. I got to fight. And they got a plant now, maybe. So she gave her out. Like, I don't know how Stephanie could capitalize on that. Here's how, I'm trying to help. Here's how you could capitalize. If you just want out, Stephanie, if you want out, here's how you could capitalize on it. I just thought of this just now. I had to flesh it out and, make it more palatable. But here's your move. If you just want out. You know what? Alicia might have been right. Because a lot of that stuff that I thought was happening behind the scenes, because after I said what I said, a lot of people were coming up to me. And I began to look into things. And some of the stuff that they were saying that Alicia did was stuff that they had done. And they were turning me or doing things to make it look like Alicia Reese was being disrespectful towards me. They were doing things to make it look like Alicia Reese was undercutting me. But I figured out somebody else was doing that stuff. They were trying to use me to take down Alicia Reese. And I apologize, Alicia. Now that I've seen what happened or what was going on behind the scenes, I apologize to you. I support you being president of the commission, and I support your re-election. And I apologize to the community for falling for their tricks. I want to work with you on everything that you want to work on that's good for Hamilton County and for Black Hamilton County. You can also blame it on the man. He tricked you from behind the scenes. But now your eyes are open. See? Janice says, honestly, before Alicia, hold on, there's nobody on the line. Why do I keep leaving that up? And why do y'all keep letting me leave that up there? Janice says, honestly, before Alicia, we never heard anything about the business of the county commission. True. There's a few arguments that could be made about why and even why you hear it now. But I don't think that that's all that important. You do hear it. You do hear it. And that's important. Look, the idea of being a humble public servant sounds good. But if you want to continue to serve the public, people need to know what your humble ass doing. People need to know. And it's not a lack of humility. Like, it ain't like, everybody does this. At least I think everybody does it. Everybody gives a little something to somebody, on the side. Like, oh, I'm going through a hard time. Here's a little something. Hopefully that helps. You might see somebody out there with one of them signs and, homeless and need food, and you give them a little something, and you don't get up and broadcast it. By the way, today I gave a homeless person $25. I'm such a great guy. That's the stuff you keep silent. You in a position that requires people to vote for you. You got to tell people what you're doing for them. And so I just do it because it's the right thing to do. You better tell some people what you did. Tell them you did it because it's the right thing to do and because that's your job. But tell them. Otherwise, you have people run around here saying, this person has not delivered anything in the whole time that they've been in office. That may or may not be true. But if nobody knows, come on, y'all, this stuff ain't hard. But some people really don't get it. There was a certain city council person, woman, who I absolutely adored. And I used to tell her all the time, you better tell people what you're doing. And she used to say to me all the time, I'm not doing stuff for credit. You doing stuff to serve the people. How you going to continue to serve the people if they don't know? Because then it look like you ain't doing nothing and they not going to vote for you. I'm not doing this for credit. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do and I'm in a position to do it. When I tell you we had this conversation over and over and over and over and over. Because some people really are just like that. For real, some people are just, I don't help people for credit. Again, that's another real, I didn't give that person's name because no need to. Nat says she used God to justify her jealousy and envy. I didn't really get that from what she said. When somebody say, I prayed about it, that's different than saying God told me you a bad person. Like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you a bad person. Nat, I feel like you a horrible human, right? I feel like, and I've been dealing with your horrible human A for, 12 years. And I prayed about it. And I finally, came to the conclusion it's time to do something about it. That don't mean God told me you was a horrible human. That don't mean God told me to, bust you out. Some people that terminology might be old school for some people. When I say bust you out, it means to out you for being a horrible human or for whatever it is that I'm going to out you about. It's not sexual. So it's not what God told me you was a horrible human, Nat. I prayed and God answered me and God said that nigga is horrible. Like, no. Because I prayed and in order to be at peace with it, God said to me, basically, you have to deal with it. So I don't think she used God to, when Alicia was like, God didn't tell you that I was this and God didn't tell you that I was that. I didn't hear her say, I prayed and God told me you were terrible. I think I would object to that. You're right, Emanuel. As an elected official, you should be telling the people who voted for you what you're doing and you have done for them. Yeah, but a lot of them don't see it that way. A lot of them don't see it that way. Nate says, I believe in forgiving people, but let's not pretend that Alicia wasn't asked multiple times to use her position of power to help Judge Tracy and she refused. And she vocally opposed the boycott for justice. Really nice people like Geneva Clark and Victoria Strawn won't tell it. Maybe they want to let sleeping dogs lie. Or maybe they think she's redeemed herself, which I think she has. But we can't just forgive and forget. All right. So you got all this mess started. Should have kept Brother Brent on the line. Hey, I'm not sure that this is mess. I think these are conversations that should be had. Now, maybe between the two of them, if they could have figured something out behind the scenes. Because you know me. You don't. Let me tell you a little something about me. I got to go, y'all. Let me tell you a little something about me. If we got problems, and I think you can ask just about anybody that I've ever had problems with, I'm the first person to come up to you and say, we got beef. What you mean? You said so-and-so and so-and-so. I took that to be a shot at me. I'm going to do this behind the scenes. Nobody else around. I'm going to come to your office or I'm going to shoot you a text. Like, let's rapid taste. We going to meet somewhere private. And I'm going to say, do we got beef? All right. Hey, I'm just checking. Because it sure sounded like we had beef when you said, like, no, you misunderstood. This is what I meant. Or from time to time, like, yeah, we got beef. Because you did whatever. And then usually I'm like, I didn't do that. Who told you I did that? Because I want to get to the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just squash this. That means somebody lying on me. If somebody told you I said something that I didn't say. Somebody lying. So first I'm explaining, I ain't say that. Or, yeah, I said that, but this is what it meant. But who told you I said that? Well, I just heard, no. Because just like I don't want beef with you, somebody is creating beef. I need to know who that is. And then I've gone to that person and said, why are you creating beef? What's your issue with me? Let's get this stuff out. Let's get this stuff out. Sometimes people don't want to be honest. Sometimes people want to say, oh, I didn't say that. I didn't mean this. Oh, I didn't. And then they keep doing it. And now you got to publicly do it. Like, all right, if we doing this, we doing it. I'm good for this. And again, you can ask just about anybody who know me. Just remember, you started it. I tried to squash it, and you kept it going. So when all is said and done, I'm not stopping. Once I go, I'm not stopping till I feel like it. You can't come to me and apologize. Okay, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have did that. Okay, great, I accept your apology, but I ain't done yet. Well, but I apologize. That's fine. You decided when to start it. I decide when to stop it. I ain't done yet. When I'm done, I'll let you know. Again, ask anybody who know me. Ask just about anybody who's worked with me. They can tell you that sound exactly like some shit that nigga say. Because it's some stuff that I've said to them or that they've heard me say. Because when it's time to be public, I'm public. We doing this, we doing this. So I prefer to not do that. So the behind the scenes stuff apparently didn't work. I don't know what happens now, but oh well. Y'all, I got to get out of here. See, my voice is going away some more. I told y'all this is 2024. It's time to be real and tell the truth. And sometimes you got to put a name on it. And y'all can check with people. Y'all know people that I've worked with. Y'all know Terrence. Y'all know Raven. Y'all know Lincoln. Some of y'all know Nathan. Y'all know Jerry. Y'all know this, you know what I'm saying? Ask them if I'm lying. Ask them if I'm lying. I don't lie. I don't lie. Because I like peace. I like peace. And you get peace. You know what I'm saying? When you tell the truth, you can lay down and sleep at night and not worry about, is anything going to come out to prove me to be a liar? I don't worry about that. I don't worry about that. See, Yo Underwood, I was not feeling that great, but I remember you hating on me about 3 or 4 times to the point that I had to ask you, why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? So don't be trying to act all innocent. Don't be trying to act all innocent. I was going to tell y'all a Bible story today, but I don't remember the context in which I was going to tell it. It was one of them Bible stories that you don't hear very often. I mean, I remember the story, but I don't remember the context of why I was telling the story. So I guess I won't share the story. There ain't no need in sharing it without the context. Ain't no need in sharing it without the context. Nat say he's sticking with Sister Alicia or Sister Reese. And again, I don't have a side. I don't have a side. Twin says you've been cussing like a sailor, even though I hate the way he spelled sailor. You've been cussing like a sailor. Think I'm about to listen to your Bible story? It was some cussing in the Bible story. You know they cussed in the Bible, don't you? Y'all know they cussed in the Bible, don't y'all? Y'all really think they was just walking around talking about thou goest to that? No. They cussed. I don't think cussing is non-Christian or non-biblical. But I'm not telling the story today. It was a Jesus story too. And it did have some cussing in it. But I'm not telling that story today. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. I even did an extra, 45 minutes or so? Just for y'all, because I was gone for that week when I wasn't feeling good. By the way, definitely check out Wyatt. I believe he'll be on tomorrow at 1. And we are working on putting together The King and I. We are working on putting it together. We're working on a day next week. We just got to figure out scheduling. Because I don't necessarily want him to wait till 3 to come on. But I can't necessarily come on before 3. So we trying to figure it all out and get it all together. But we talked about next week. We both intend on figuring it out by next week. So keep your eyes open, or do you keep your eyes peeled? Is that what they say? Keep your eyes peeled. Keep your ears open. Ladies. Oh, hold on. I got one more thing to say. Let me get this out, and then I will go. I got to get this out and then I will go. Listen. People stop being bitches. Okay? People stop being bitches. Stop doing nonsense, thinking that you're getting away with stuff. If you want to take a shot at me, take your shot. If you got something negative to say about me, say that shit. Just say it. But I think it's some bitch shit, male and female, to run behind people liking every negative comment and hearting every negative comment about a person. That's some bitch shit. If you think I'm this, say I'm this. Be running around hearting when somebody else had the guts to say it. Bitch, you say it. But we don't fight. I'm not fighting you over no Facebook comments, but it just irritate me. If it was just like, oh, a little something here, oh, a little something there. But you following a motherfucker around hearting negative stuff. At least I had a heart to say that shit. Yeah, I'm a motherfucker that look at who liking the negative shit about me. That speaks volumes to me. And then when you look up and out of nowhere, I ain't got nothing but negative shit to say about you on your own page. Don't wonder why. Now again, a lot of this stuff is nothing when you really think about it. I mean, it's social media nonsense. But look, I appreciate my haters. I appreciate the people who go on my comments like you's a damn idiot. I'll be like, what I say that's idiotic. And then we go on and on and on, you know. You's a short, ugly MF. Like, ooh, that was personal. Why? What'd I do to you? I'm short. Man, you could think I'm ugly. I've got kids, so I've had some M's. But what? I appreciate my haters. I ain't fighting nobody. But don't be no bitch. Just hearting everything negative. Say something. If you ain't got the heart to say it, keep that heart in your pocket. I let it slide over this little, I ain't been feeling good. I let it slide. So I ain't coming for you. But if you keep doing it, you gonna have to be the one to say some hateful stuff and put your name on it. So just stop. It's not necessary. Yes, twin, I'm soft. I'm not threatening to murder people. I'm not threatening to have people run up in people. I'm just talking about good old-fashioned payback. Good old-fashioned payback. I learned a long time ago that people who kind of bully people and do stuff like that, the one thing that they don't like is for people to do to them what they doing to other people, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't think they had no, whatever when they did it. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. Like I said, I done let some stuff slide, and Twin talking about put a name on it. I will if it becomes necessary. I don't know the person that well to be able to, because if I could, I would have just picked up the phone and called them and said, we beefing? You know what I'm saying? You hard shit. We beefing? Is that what we doing? So this is my behind the scenes reach out by not mentioning their name. Because more than anything, I want peace. I want my haters to be my haters. I like the haters. I like going back and forth with the haters. I'm nothing against the haters. If you out there saying negative stuff about me, using your name on it, keep doing it. It entertains me. And when I be bored and I be going back and forth with you, it give me something to do. Don't be secretly doing shit. I don't like that. See what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can't talk about me. I take it personal. That's not what I'm saying. And LaDonna, I don't block people. Say MF's just joking. That's what the people who actually say the stuff, I ain't no beef with them. Say it. We can joke and laugh about it. I'm with that all day. All day. I'm with that all day. Jack say liar. What I lie about, Jack? What I lie about? See, now y'all know I'm going to go. But I just want Jack to answer that question. What I lie about? This is how I like to interact with my haters. I'm not even necessarily saying he's a hater. But what I lie about? Jack said, I know some days you don't feel it. On the days that I don't feel it, I just get off of social media. That ain't that hard. I got this iPhone and I do the thing and I swipe up and it closes the Facebook app. So on the days that I don't feel like it, I don't look at that shit. What? Hold on. Lincoln said you might lie about driving a stick. Today I could only see the show. I couldn't hear it. But who lies about driving a stick? Who lies about that? Why would I lie about that? If I couldn't drive a stick, I would just say I can't drive a stick. Who lies about that? I don't even understand. There had to be some other context to that. There had to be some other context to that. Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing about the Cat Williams thing. One more thing that Raven reminded me of this. He talked about, what was it, earthquake? And he said earthquake was not literate. Here's what I think he meant. I don't think he actually meant that brother is not literate. I think what he meant, that was one of the exaggerations. What he meant was he may not be the best reader off of like cue cards, right? So if you got a script, and I know, I don't know 100%, but, maybe you got a script or whatever, and they holding up cue cards for you to read. And you might be able to read, but some people don't read that well out loud. So it might be, I'm gonna put this up. Like that might be Earthquake's line. I loved my 5-speed Honda Accord back in the day. That might be his line. It's not that Earthquake can't read that, but he can't read it and act it at the same time. So they hold that card up. Earthquake might be like, I loved my 5-speed Honda Accord back in the day. And they like, for real? Like, well, you should have gave me a script to memorize. Like, no. You should be able to read these cards and emote. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff at the same time. Try it again. I loved my 5-speed Honda Accord back in the day. So from the context of you trying to read off of cue cards and do this movie justice, you illiterate. You know what I'm saying? That nigga can't read. I can read. See, I loved my 5-speed Honda Accord back in the day. See, nigga, I can read. Like, but not read. I think that's probably what he meant when he said Earthquake was illiterate. I think that's what he meant. You know, Raven reminded me of that because, you know, Lincoln is not the strongest reader in the world. In my mind, that's how Lincoln would read that line. Like if he had to read off of cue cards. I loved my 5-speed Honda Accord back in the day. Can you read it like you was actually saying it? Well, here, let me see. Let me read it. Okay, I think I'm ready. It's not that the nigga's illiterate. He's just not a strong reader. And he can't read without moving his lips. That don't work. You know what I'm saying? That don't work. So that's probably what he meant about Earthquake. All right, I do have to get out of here now. I appreciate all y'all hanging out with me. Twin, your comprehension is kind of low level. He said he'd take a shot at Lincoln Ware, but crying about somebody coming at you. I'm not secretly doing it. This is out in the open. My face is here. Half my voice is here. It's not a secret. That's what I'm doing. No, it's not the words that you use. It's your lack of comprehension of what I was saying. Hello, Raven. Am I lying? How is that a sneak diss when you say it out loud? It's not a sneak diss when you say it out loud. Raven, am I lying? Do his lips be moving? Do his lips be moving, Raven? Am I lying? Just tell me where I lied. Just tell me where I lied. Talk about me lying about a stick. Just remember, you started it. I'm really just kind of picking with Lincoln. I like Lincoln. Y'all don't know this, but I like Lincoln. All right, I got to get out of here. It's been the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening, all right? Till next time.